Module 1 for To Kill a Mockingbird. If you're watching this, you should have completed reading chapters 1 through 5 for the week. Please remember that if you have any questions, you should contact me, and all that information is on the Contact tab on the course website. Being that it's the first lecture, let's go over some pre-reading and reading strategies. Always ask yourself to recall what happened before. If you can't remember, go back and skim the pages. Think about what will happen next. Make a few predictions and maybe write them down. Always keep something to write with nearby. Write down words you don't know and look them up later. And try to stop and summarize what you read every chapter. To Kill a Mockingbird is written in first person. That means we read the direct thoughts of a character, and we only see and hear what they see and hear. As readers, do you think this helps us understand the story? Sometimes we learn a lot about the story because we know how the character feels. But sometimes the character makes us think one way, or misses events that other characters see. For example, if my dog narrated a book about my life, she might never talk about Yonghoon Middle School, because she has never been here before. In only 4 chapters, we've already met a lot of characters. I suggest keeping a list and writing down details as you read them, like their job, what they look like, and how they act. Our main characters are the Finches. Who lives in their house? Who lives near them? And who comes to visit their house? Even though Scout is telling the story, she may not always be the most important character. Keep this in mind when you read, and try to think of who else might be the main character. In Maycomb, Scout says that everyone is poor, but there are different classes. How are the Ewells different from the Cunninghams? One is a family of hard-working farmers, though they are both in the same class. What about the Finch family and their neighbors, like Miss Rachel and Miss Maudie? They live in town. How are they a different class? Have you noticed black characters that are treated differently? Keep these thoughts in mind as you complete the discussion and homework questions for this week. And feel free to get a head start on next week's reading.